I'm blessing another banger by psychotic. I'm on and I'm wrecking the Punisher beast. This is capital punishment. Runners be speaking. Been Punisher cast and make examples out you rappers. Bronx bomber from the city where the greats are from. Chris Rivers, OP Mala Reigns is from. Cuban Link, busy being a Remy Martin. Man, that verse on any up is smoking. I'll forever love my city. Bright lights, the big dreams. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bills on the rails. Take it back to 93 and Staten Island for that L. Hip hop, rap caused the panic. Salute to Queensbridge, the home of Illmatic. And the infamous, can't forget son. Derek Jeter showed that number 2 was number 1. Like when Angie Mall went to power. Flex beefing with Hov, I'm feeling sour. It's still New York City, no effing cowards. Brooklyn, where the people yelling yawa. Fabulous Joel Ortiz, man, them boys are ether. Rest in peace to
HHPOV.
Yeah. I got a little bit more energy because spring is finally here.
It looks good outside with the
spring
flowers.
Is finally here. Let's give it one time for spring, please. One time for spring for showing up.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
12 months later.
Spring, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Heroes Headquarters, Heroes HQ presents
the third.
HHPOV, HipHop Point of View. Hashtag that. HHPOV, HipHop Point of View. It's Thursday, 6 to 8, live. We not in the building. We just building.
Ooh, I like that, Bravo. That's right. It's your girl Tay with Bravo with the quotables.
Yeah.
What you said? We not in the building.
We not in the building. We building.
Building. Can I quote that in my Instagram right now? I'm gonna give you quote credit.
I actually made that like about 10 years ago. That slogan.
Okay. We not in the building. We building.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah,
that.
I actually made. Yeah, I made that. No, I actually made that probably 12, 13 years ago. I said it in a rhyme, and then I had put it out on a shirt, made a shirt about it and everything.
Oh, you had a whole shirt?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh.
I've done some things, man, and I'm finally getting into my rhythm.
Okay.
And going back to like my straight hustle grind entrepreneurship, because
I see it with the love not what.
Yeah, where's the love?
Where's the love?
Where's the love? Yeah. That's a little thing I'm coming for, because I got to talk my talk, man. And, you know, the show is 2 hours a week. And there's things that it be on my chest and I got to get it off. And I can't say it on the show because, you know, we try to stay politically correct. But when you have your own outlet, you know, it's you.
You could say whatever.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be.
Feel free to say whatever you want that's going to push the positive
Of course, all day, every day. You already know,
culture
and you know,
aspects.
the marathon continues all day, every
All day,
day.
every day.
You know what I'm saying? The baton has been passed to many.
Many.
Shout out to my son and Tamika for
Yes,
putting together
in
that
the
march.
Bronx.
Kings Stop Killing Kings. Shout it out. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations, General, for putting that on like that. You put it on for the city. A lot of people showed up.
And
A
showed
lot of
out.
people showed up.
Shout out to Yandy. I saw she was there.
yeah.
You know, she did say that, you know, it is important for us to speak and to march, but it's more important to have our young children come out and do it with us.
Yeah, because they
And I thought that
understand.
was-
They get to. They know what
understand
you're
it.
talking about.
Mhm.
Shout out to a lot of people. I see a lot of people out there. Pop the Brown Hornet, Dex Diamond. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of
Oh,
people
yes, I
out
saw
there.
Dex Diamond
You know
up in
what I'm
there.
saying?
Shout him out. That's right. I saw him in
Just
the
shout
crowd.
out to them, man, for doing things and what they saying. You know, praise them now. Give them their flowers while they're still standing and breathing.
I agree.
You know,
Is there somebody, you know, I was thinking about it, like, you know, even though when somebody says Brooklyn, my first word is Jay-Z,
yeah.
right? You know, and I'm sitting here thinking, do we have a memorial park for him? Do we have a street named after him?
No.
Do we have any of those things that are, you know, I
No.
work across the street from Marcy Projects.
I think you
and
should
I'm
start
like,
a
the
petition.
basketball court that's
I think you
in
should
Marcy
start
Projects is,
but you know what though?
I mean, it's new, but I'm like, is that in representative
no.
for Jay-Z? No, it's just
But
new. It's just-
the funny thing is that like
Should
a
I
lot
start a
of,
petition? You said a
yeah.
Okay,
You can start a
maybe.
petition because what it is that a lot of us believe that we have to be somebody and we got to make such tremendous steps to make a difference when all it does is start with a little thing as a petition.
Okay.
That's it. And that builds
Okay.
it up until
Maybe I should
what
start
it becomes. Because I believe if you did start it,
Yeah.
I believe a lot of people, I believe Brooklyn will sign it.
Okay. Maybe I
I don't think
will
you should maybe. I think you should
Okay,
really do it.
I will do it.
You spoke it
And
up, do it.
I will do it. And I think that, especially in that neighborhood, it is being so gentrified.
Yeah.
Bravo. And I know how you
You
feel
know
about
how I feel about
gentrification.
that. You
And
know how I
the-
feel. And it's no disrespect.
It's no disrespect. I
to
know
no
that.
one.
I know how you feel about it, but working in that community, I see the changes every
Yeah.
single day. The buildings
Yeah.
are going up faster and faster, and I see the culture being shifted as blink, like literally, probably we have spring break.
Yeah.
I know the next Monday we come up is going to be a brand new building
Exactly.
for somebody else that's not
Exactly.
within our culture.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, Jay, where y'all at from like there's
Exactly.
so many people from Marcy or so many people from Brooklyn that I think should be recognized for the things that they are doing for the culture.
I mean, you know, like this show was started off of that. This show was started off of positivity. You know what I'm saying? So we can actually say that we have been part of the marathon. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
We have been. But I think as a collective, it's four of us. You know what I'm saying? And it's not pushing will on anybody to be like, yo, you have to do that. You have to do that. But the thing is that like, don't complain about it if you're not going to help fix it. That's why I've always believed in that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
If you're not going to try and make a
Or-
difference, then don't
yeah.
say nothing about it. And I think,
Or at
you
least
know,
have suggestions. I mean, not, you know what, not suggestions, because I feel like a lot of people have their 2 cents
Yeah.
and don't do anything about those
Yeah.
2 cents. So I agree. If you are there for the change, be down for the
be
grind.
be for it,
be
man.
for it.
Put that work in. And I think like you don't have no children, but
No, I don't.
but you're still young in a degree
Ooh.
where you're going to have children in the future,
I
and
do.
you don't want history erased from them.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can tell them, but if they want to see it, and if they can't go back read it or anything, then they're gonna feel like, well, Ma, I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't get it. So you know, just as a history and roots and culture to your next generation,
Okay.
you owe them to put some work in to be like, yo, listen, I don't want this to be erased. I don't want this to be forgotten. Sorry.
All right.
And you know what I'm saying? And I think Sal, you know, he has some young daughters, and I think we all should be making some type of, like, one thing I love about my daughters is that they always like acknowledge how I used to push that 90s, not so much the 90s, but that culture, that era of just rawness and trailblazing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they listen to a lot of old school. They're young. They listen to a lot of old school. Like they like that music. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to listen to it all the time. So it's just like to them, it's natural now. It's in the playlist. So
well, I am doing that. You know, as a teacher, we play Zen music. Well, I play Zen music all the time for my kids, and I think that it's not. I wouldn't say frustrating, but when I play an artist and they're like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then I go on my history, rampage, and then I play their music all the way. And now I feel like they want that, they appreciate it. They don't tell me to turn it off. That's whack. They listen to it, and I'm like, some way, somehow, some kid now knows who Mary J. Blige is.
Exactly.
Some kids, some that, Tamia, Ashanti, just all of the artists that I listen to.
And the thing is like I said, like we have to start appreciating just the little steps and the little efforts that we put into somebody, just for them just to understand, or just to take a little awareness. And it's not telling you, yo, stop doing that and
do this.
And do this. It's not that. It's just like, yo, as a culture, as they say, we're not a minority. We are a minority. It doesn't matter because we're still being treated a certain type of way.
Like trash.
But we're, as a minority, Latinos, blacks, all my Caribbean people, you know what I'm saying? We need to take these little things to hold on to our culture and to our roots.
I think it's very important
because the powers that be control the Wikipedia's pages. They control Google. They can change it up to whatever they want.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. People,
they can change that.
Just change
it. Yeah, they have been. They have been. I've seen it. I've seen it myself.
I've seen some names change that I'm like, that is not that person. That's disrespectful.
They can change certain things because when you change it and there's nobody really representing that, then when they go and they do their research, they're gonna get this. You know what I'm saying? Books is obsolete. Books are here, but they are obsolete. Nobody is going to the books.
Bookstores.
So
I love Barnes and Nobles.
So with that being said,
I respect your audio hustle for those who listen to the audios, but I love my books. I love it.
Yeah.
I think that is, you know what? I agree. I would say that when it comes to the culture, it is a little bit difficult for me to find books that are specific for our culture.
True indeed.
If it's not an autobiography.
True indeed.
Like a relevant or most recent book now.
Yeah.
Like if I go on Google or whatever, or Wikipedia, and I'm like, give me some origins of hip hop, and then they say it's right now, something from 2000, and it'd be books from 1922. I'm like, okay, we definitely have shifted.
Of course.
From way back, but
of course.
Hey.
But like I said though, man, put your little effort into it. Take the little bit of time on when you're not doing anything or you're not doing anything productive to somehow try to bring the glow back into your culture and into your roots, because what's going to happen is when it's all said and done, everybody going to be like, yo, I should have, and I could have, but you didn't make a stance when you have like 5 minutes and you got 24 hours in a day. You feel what I'm saying? We got 24 hours in a day. You could take 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Bravo, how many hours do you have in a day?
Yo, I'm actually putting a petition in to stretch the days, because I need more hours. 24 hours ain't enough for me, man.
You want to go 30 hours?
Yo, I only get like 3.5 hours of sleep a day,
and
it's not healthy. Everybody says it's not healthy. I know it's not healthy. You need to go to sleep. But I love sleep.
Well, coming from, I want to shout out to Beyonce's documentary that dropped on Netflix, Baychella. She makes me not want to sleep ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. Shout out to B just being an amazing person. Like, her work ethic is disrespectful to a lot of people. To a lot of people.
You think it's disrespectful?
It is. It is. Her work ethic is disrespectful to people.
It is.
Because it's like, and she be dropping albums, no promo, no notice. She dropped the album that day.
Well, she dropped it that
dropped
day.
the
You know,
album
she
that
didn't
day.
post anything
Nothing.
online about
'Cause
even
she
the doc
moved
on
like
Netflix.
that.
On Netflix.
But see, you know what happens though?
I said, whoa.
You got to congratulate people like that, because that's when you put so much work in, you don't rely on the sources. You just be like, you know what, I'm doing it. And I believe in myself, and I believe in the people that support me. They got me. And bow. You know what I'm saying?
Clearly.
Bow like that.
She came. Did you
Sal,
watch it?
we ready?
I know. Sal is. He's setting it up, though.
Are we ready? Oh, he getting it ready? Yo, don't tell me what to do right now, B. You just got here. This guy just walking. It's like somebody walking into your house and they don't say hello or nothing. They just walk right into your fridge.
And go in your fridge.
Disrespectful.
Just go in your fridge.
I'm not tolerating this, okay? I will not tolerate this. Spring is here, B. Spring is here. Ladies, what's up?
Ladies. Ooh, wait a second with these little dresses. Ooh.
Why y'all gotta move? I want to sit next to somebody pretty. Nah, I'm just joking. Let's go. Y'all go. Hold
Go
on.
ahead. We got one over here. Where can I get one of these dresses from, first of all?
First of all, they Jackie.
Woo, these are fly.
Get them from Jack Dilla Party and Bullshit
Okay.
Show.
Hi,
we
how are
get
you?
you
I'm
one.
Michelle. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I'm Tay.
Hi, Tay.
Hey, Tay.
Hey.
It's a party now.
Yes.
Party and Bullshit is on the show.
Yes, so introduce yourselves one by one.
So I'm Michelle.
Okay,
Do we need this?
if you want.
I'm Rosa.
Oh, my.
Follow me on IG, 23 Pieces of Rose.
Yeah, put that out
No, I'm
there.
one
Put
of-
that out there.
I'm still trying out this party and bullshit. It's really a party.
Okay.
That's bullshit.
Really a party and some real bullshit.
It's a lifestyle.
And no real bullshit.
Right.
What's
Next.
up? It's your girl, Serena Marie. Serena like the tennis player because I bring the racket, you heard.
Oh,
Hey. Bang, bang, bang.
Just kidding.
that was nice. Next up.
Okay, since Michelle is over there staring at me and everything,
I
it's
think
your
she
girl Harmony. I am the Harlem Songbird, Jackie's Angels Songbird.
Okay.
Nice.
Absolutely, I sang.
Oh, sang. She sang.
Oh, that's that
she
southern.
sang.
That's that southern right there. I sang.
She can still sing.
That girl
I be
sang.
singing at things, not from the church though, and everything.
Oh, not from the church.
No.
Where you from though?
I'm from Harlem, baby.
Oh, you from
Okay.
Harlem? You born, raised in Harlem?
Pretty
too?
much.
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
Nah, you know, I'm from the Bronx, but I was
BX
born in
all day. We
Hello,
already know.
Hello, but I was born in Staten
Okay.
Island. Don't nobody rep that except for Wu-Tang, so I still rep it.
Hey, listen. Did you know that they have a Wu-Tang Day now in Staten Island, and they getting their own district?
Man, let me tell you, that's dope. When I
That's
used
mad
to live
dope.
down there, I went to a school called PS16, which is right down the block from the store that they had there. So it was dope when I used to go around the corner, go to the corner store, see Buster buying
yeah.
a Haagen-Dazs. I was like, hey, fat ass nigga, hey.
What's up? That's what's up.
Girl, I can't imagine having to take a boat to get nowhere else.
Yeah.
Staten Island's really not that
Heard you and
bad.
everything, but I'm gonna hop on this iron horse
Let me-
and mama motherfucker with me.
Staten Island's cool though. It's
I used to
cool.
live in Staten Island.
But
it
the
has a
boat?
vibe. You know what? You know what
You
I
missed
realized
that
about
boat,
Staten
it's over.
Island?
No, but listen,
They
look.
have their own vibe out there.
Yeah, and
They got
everybody.
their whole vibe.
They should. They all by their lonesome over there.
Yo, but they're blowing up now. You see, they got the outlets now. They building the outlets.
they have an outlet?
They
They're not
building
blowing
the
up.
outlets by
They're
the ferry.
gentrifying.
Nah,
Yeah.
I still ain't get on the boat.
No,
to go
they've
back
always
home.
been gentrified. Staten Island always got money.
Yeah, they was the originals.
They had mad money, but they.
They're the
they-
only Republican state borough.
What borough is this?
Staten
Staten
Island.
Island.
Which was that?
Harlem, first of all. Okay. I don't
So
know.
she's Harlem.
Facts.
She's BX.
Brooklyn.
Well, I
Brooklyn.
reside in
Brooklyn.
Bushwick.
But I grew up in
Bushwick?
Queens.
Okay.
Queens.
Queens. Where at Queens?
Ridgewood.
Ridgewood. Okay.
Yeah.
You,
You
you
got a
out
fancy-
there. You
Yeah,
out
ooh,
there.
fancy.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
money.
you out
got
there.
money's insane.
She out there. She don't know too much about the struggle.
Listen, look, Chinese people got money now.
Yeah.
But back then, you know, Chinese people had to, go through their struggles, truths. You know,
Yeah.
working in the Chinese food little restaurant, like, shit like
Y'all was
that.
getting mad money. I don't want to hear that
Listen, and
bullshit.
the
Y'all was
women-
always getting our money.
Black
I
people
don't-
always
you
been
know-
spending money on the
Yeah.
Chinese, whether
Yeah,
it's been
and
in
then we used to
Hallett.
get robbed too.
And the nails.
So
Yeah, you absolutely right. Though. But you know what it is though. I had I don't want to get into no history lessons, but I had checked the financial circle
Okay.
of different cultures and everything. And I think the Chinese is like 17 days that the money circulates within your community before it goes out.
Yeah, because the Chinese New Year.
Jews have the highest. They're 27 days.
Yeah,
Right. Let me tell you, I
The
have
blacks are 7 hours.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
With
know.
7 hours.
That's-
With
that's
7
big.
hours.
That's major.
I have a,
Yeah.
you know, I have a, it's so crazy because the Jewish are such a tight knit community. I have a cleaning business, and it started off with one Jewish customer, and let me tell you how word of mouth spread like wildfire. I got the entire like upper the Heights section. They got the little colleges,
Yeah, yeah.
yeshiva. Hey, can you clunkeem the dorm? Like, I got your name from so and so, and I'm like, yeah, sure, no doubt. This is who? What I got? Regardless, the rate is this.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're cheap. Tell everybody.
yeah,
My point being is, if you're good and the quality's good,
They're gonna
and you're
stick with
willing
you.
to, you know, bring down that little dollar
Yeah,
value
exactly.
real quick.
Oh, yeah.
They're
You know,
gonna
some
stick with
people
you.
ain't willing to bring down the dollar, thinking that, oh no, I need each and
can't
every
lose it.
dollar.
I can't
like,
lose my
no,
dollar.
Sometimes you get more money. Less is more.
Exactly.
Charmin Ultra, you heard?
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
work out
Oh,
the community.
that's what's up. That's what's up. We doing some history up in here, man.
I want to
That's
know what
what's
y'all
up.
was talking about today.
Me, man. You know,
What happened? It must have been good. Look
No,
like
no,
you
no,
got
no, no.
quiet just
Because
now and said,
because
I know y'all
because
talking about Beyonce.
I've been on. Nah, what it is
You put 'em on
is what it is
Oh,
that
yeah.
no, what it is that I've been on like a positive like spree for a minute. You know what I'm saying, for a while.
Amen.
And
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, RP neighborhood Nip.
Right.
His passing was like the ultimate wake up call.
There it is.
The ultimate
Yeah.
wake up call, and it's no disrespect to like none of the rest of our people that don't get it, but for the ones that do get it, they got to make an effort, because like the man was like he wasn't even beyond his time. Like he was
All the way
different.
He was
past.
prolific.
He was a different. He
Yeah.
was a different human being. A different human being. And you know what I'm saying? Going from the music just to doing the things that he did and the things that he had set up to move in, and really keeping that all money in,
Yeah.
no money out. Circle is like that's like
He got
real.
it. But
Yeah,
you know
he
what?
got
Like,
it.
he
That
got
rabbit
it.
hole
He
get
got
real
it.
deep, though. I think that
He was
it's
a spiritual
unfortunate
person.
that he actually had to pass away before people really realized who
Right.
he really was.
Yeah.
But to come from the gang community,
Yeah, exactly.
and change his lifestyle and change others' life, change other people's lives was really immaculate. Like
Yeah.
you just really don't get no better than that.
No better.
It's
No.
unfortunate, but I think sometimes something
It
like
has to
this
be.
has to
It has
happen,
to happen.
in order
Yeah.
in order for change to occur. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's always that one great tragedy that's just like, it might just be too much. Like, nah, that's where I draw the limit. Y'all went too far. That was too close to home. That hit
Right.
me right here.
Right.
That was my brother right there. That was my cousin. That was my leader. That was the role, the father figure I never had. You know what I'm saying? That was the business-minded man I never had in my life. That boom, like he got it. And
But
now
Serena,
that,
let me ask you something. How do you feel about being celebrated after you die compared to when you're alive?
Yeah.
You know, I think
You dig what I'm saying?
first of all, I think it's unfortunate. But I think once you're at a certain tier in your career, and once you're at a certain tier amongst the people, like the people's champion,
Yeah.
you know, certain things is to be expected. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? I know for a fact a man like him had to have known that with these things come certain consequences that, or possibilities of things that may occur.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me he didn't think that, because
Yeah.
not for nothing, we think that shit every day as
Yeah.
we walk
We
do,
outside,
yeah.
not being black.
But another thing is too is that, like, you know, everybody says, you know, you're celebrating people when they're dead and this and that. But the thing is that, and I thought about it, like I was really thinking,
Yeah.
like a lot of stuff. I was really like trying to put things together. And I was like, but sometimes your celebration of death is not really death, it's the celebration of life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not you taking anybody for granted. But him,
realize
like
it.
Jay-Z,
Yeah.
a lot of celebrities, a lot of our celebrities
Right.
are doing a lot of things. They don't put it out there because they don't want to do it, and then the media, because the media has a way of twisting it
Yes.
and
Yes.
say, "Oh, you're
Yeah.
doing it because of this, you're doing it."
Yeah.
That. So they just do it, and it's like when you find out, you find out. Like 50 Cent, every year he picks a school and he donates brand new computers to the school, but nobody knows that. He's building park. Like, he does a lot of things. He doesn't say it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to put it out there because you don't want, like, I need a pat on my back for doing this.
But you
I'm
know
just
what?
doing it because it's in my heart. It's in my heart.
How can you appreciate something when you're dead, though?
But
I want to appreciate that love when I'm
Yeah.
alive. I want to know that you
all the
recognize
roses.
that.
But you know what, though? But you know what, though? I'm sorry. But you know, a thing is that, like, when you from the heart, when you from the heart and genuine, you're not really looking for the appreciation.
It's not that
you
you
just
don't
doing
realize,
and like,
it's
and
not
like,
ever going to be if you're looking for it.
like,
But when you think about it, if someone is gone forever from this earth, you can never say thank you. And they actually believe your thank you. They didn't get a chance to feel the love. You understand? I know everybody walks in purpose, and he lived in his purpose. And unfortunately, he had an untimely death. But I would have loved to have met him and said, thank you.
Yeah.
But
And he received that love from me. I'm sure people did show him some sort of love, but I just really feel like a lot of people don't understand the value of showing love while someone is alive. It's not about ego. It's not about you doing it for clout. It's not about, oh, I just need to know y'all recognize me.
Yeah.
It's just love, and that's the ultimate feeling ever.
But I
so
also
if you're
think,
not
I
putting it
also
out
think
there.
not for nothing, I don't think Nipsey was one of those people who wasn't celebrated while they were alive. Like
No,
I said,
he
he was
was.
one of those people that was like the people's champion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We might not have noticed if you weren't looking to
Because
find
we're
out
over
about
here.
him. You know what I'm saying?
And we're over here.
But
We're over here.
people on that
So we
side,
don't
I
really
know for
getting it like
sure.
that.
You know what? Especially if you know for a fact you can ride in the hood and be like, oh, by the way, that's so-and-so store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that easy.
Yeah.
And not to mention when you're listening to the music, which I'm pretty sure they're hearing it more out there than we are over here. Not for nothing, there's a lot of gang members, I'm sure, that are still, even though they don't talk about it, because not for nothing, you don't always got to talk about that if, you know, what's understood don't need to be explained.
Exactly.
I think people are more upset about his death because they were not there to appreciate it, so to speak. But I think it opened up a lot of people's eyes to actually have the value. And I think that thanks actually comes from people who are actually trying to follow his footsteps or follow his advice or do certain things that can better themselves in a certain light. And I think that's where his life still lives on and his legacy still goes. Because people always forget, just because I'm dead, nobody's going to be able to appreciate me while I'm alive. Chinese people celebrate dead people all the time. I'm telling you, like, we pray to the dead, and that's the reason.
I mean, I think the spiritual world. I have a whole nother opinion when it comes to the spiritual world, but I just think that it's important.
But when we praise people, we praise them for the things that they've done, and we don't do it just because they're gone. We praise them because we understand and we fully are thankful. You're never going to be able to show nobody how thankful you are. The things that you can give is to actually know within yourself that you can only emulate that within yourself.
But there's always a way to show people you're thankful for them. Always. I don't care how you get that message across. And social media is a hell of a drug, honey.
But how are you going to show them how much you are thankful, though?
Put a message out
pour
there.
your heart out.
Why not?
Yeah, but you know, some people might not be receptive as you know, be receptive to that thank you. So
that's okay, but you said it.
No, you're 100% right.
You're right.
You're 100% right.
But it goes even further. There's so many neighborhood nips in our own communities that we don't even
That's what
pay
we're
attention
talking about.
to. You know, so to me, it's a lot of. I don't want to say it's. Can we curse here?
Yes, go ahead. Well, you can say a curse word.
A curse word.
We don't want to have a curse fight.
No, not a curse fight. But you know, I just believe there is a lot of fuckery. You understand?
Yes.
A lot of people who here for the moment just to say something. But at the end of the day, there's people out here in our communities who fight every single day, and we ignore the things that they're saying. And we don't even show up to the rallies and the marches that they have. I just feel like don't wait till somebody die and be like, yo, that was the man, and he always did X, Y, and Z because you got him right here, right now. Don't appreciate him when he dead. Oh, somebody calling?
I'm sorry.
We gotta call it.
Yeah,
she was talking her talk. She was talking her talk. Sometimes.
Sorry, y'all fancy and everything.
Who we got on the line?
Call. State your name. Where you from?
Hi, I am from Pennsylvania.
That's Vanessa.
Hey,
she's one of our angels too.
What's up, Angel?
I want to say that I'm very, very proud of all those young ladies. They're so pretty.
Thank you so much for watching from afar.
Well, thank you for calling, Vanessa.
Thank
you for your support.
All right, you guys.
Love you.
Have a good time.
Thank you.
All right, for those who do not know, yes, we definitely miss
it.
Vanessa, but she is our Jackie's Angels comedian. Yes,
I can hear
so
it.
the Jackie's Angels come in various forms, and she's the comedian.
Latina.
Afro-Latina. Sí, está bien, muchacha.
Afro-Latina.
All right, guys. I gotta get back to the baseball game. I just wanted to wish you good luck.
With the baseball game. Wow.
No.
Baseball's more important than here.
The support is real though.
Go
She had a
Yankees.
baseball
Go Yankees.
game, but she's still
She
here.
probably told him stop the game. She said, "Hold on."
She's
I'm
there
talking.
for her babies. Y'all know how that
That's
gotta
what's
go.
up. Congratulations.
Bye,
We
girl.
actually spoke, and
All
she
right,
said that
bye.
she had to be there for her son, and big ups to Vanessa
Right,
for being a mom.
absolutely.
Being a
Of
mom
over
first.
everything, right.
Respect.
Yeah, we were speaking
all
about
good.
how, I also work in Marcy, right across the street from Marcy Projects. And I'm like, I don't think that community specifically celebrates Jay-Z the way how I feel about him. And I know the world feels about him. I'm like, there's no basketball court there. There's no street around that corner that's represented him. And I'm like, I wonder why. That's on a bigger scale, but we do have a lot of Nipseys and Jays and T.I.s in our own community on a smaller scale that I feel like we don't support forefront.
Can I say something in reference to Jay-Z
Yeah.
though? Not for nothing. Is Jay-Z on the block?
I was about to
Yeah.
ask that right now.
Like,
What
it's-
has
yeah,
Jay-Z
like,
done
his-
to Marcy?
I agree,
I
yeah.
mean, he may or may not have done things that we aren't aware of, in terms of like projects and building up his neighborhood that we may not just know. But my thing is this: can you drive down the block past his store anywhere and just be like, "Yo, maybe I'll catch him"?
That's a
Or-
question
so-
that I
but
would
you
ask.
could- but-
Where in his career was that? Was that in the earlier
True.
stages of Jay-Z, where I
Yeah.
know
It
for a
was-
fact
But-
in those
Yeah.
videos I saw him, and I'm like, people could probably say that. Then he elevated, and he probably had that mindset. I got my wife, I got my family. We got to get out of here. But I'm still like, is he in the community? No, I don't see.
No,
it
but
every
he's
day.
him and his
But
wife
I'm like,
are philanthropists, and if y'all don't know, that he gives to other countries.
Or-
and,
I'm
and
not
so
trying to downplay him in the least bit. My point was
Yeah.
just why the people in his community.
Do they feel
I understand
support?
that.
might
But you
not
gotta
he
be
know where you
probably
from.
has.
But you gotta understand though.
he
time out.
probably has.
Let me
Y'all
ask
gotta
you guys a
respect it
question.
on
But
all
listen,
angles.
but
Yeah.
one thing though, you do drive by what he has put there in Brooklyn. He brought the Barclays
Yeah,
Center
the
to
Barclays
Brooklyn.
Center.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
You know
And
what I'm
he's
saying?
there all the time.
He's employed thousands of. See, those are the things
That
that
people not paying
people
attention
do,
to.
and you don't pay no mind to it
Absolutely.
because you like
That's
Jay-Z
constant revenue.
was on the board for pushing for Barclays Center to come to Brooklyn, and it was because of him it came to Brooklyn. It was no. Listen to what I'm saying. It was bigger
He was the
powerhouses,
deciding
but
factor.
Brooklyn, but Jay-Z
yeah,
was
right.
on the board. He sat there, and they did it because Jay-Z is from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's why you don't knock the hustle.
So wait, let me ask you guys
knock the
a question.
bigger-
Don't get
The
brought
bigger
up.
powerhouses said, let's get Jay-Z on board because he'll make this happen. He'll get everybody on board. So I don't know if he actually made that for his community.
But he's giving
He
back
had
to a
the
lot of
powerhouse.
families
Yeah.
right
See,
now.
but
Like
see,
people don't even know how far people are going behind the scenes. There's
Yeah.
families. I'm hearing that he's been taking care of
Building
certain
people out of jail,
celebrity families
taking care. Yeah, he's
and
taking
their
care.
kids. You
How about
understand?
Marcy? How about
But-
Marcy?
but-
Right, but he can't do it. Yeah, if people expect when somebody get rich to do it all
Do
now,
everything.
You
And
especially
understand?
for that community,
And it's
'cause
not
I'm not
right.
giving
At
back
the
to
end
the
of
Bronx.
You
I
know
know
one
if I
thing-
blow, I'm gonna give back to the
Not to
Harlem
them. They
community.
wild.
But if I can give back to other places, I'm gonna give to wherever I can. But people always be like, it's never enough.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and it's
'cause they want more.
unfortunate. I
They
just
want
feel
more.
like,
And
yeah.
see, and that's the problem. That's our problem. That's our problem right there.
Come on.
We're not congratulating the thing that you did. The one thing that you did. We want that too.
Everything.
Yeah.
We want that too.
We want him at the
Listen,
we want him at the
if-
bodega.
Whether
Because they feel they own something.
Whether it was 10 other people
He
on the
should've-
board, power makers and all of that.
He got it
was
in
on
Brooklyn.
there.
Right.
And they did it because he's on it and he's from there.
Right.
And they knowing if I bring Jay in here and he's sitting on this board, how many people from Brooklyn can we get to support this now? And because Jay was there, you being a presence and building yourself up to this part where people say, you know what, let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. And when they bring you in and you sit there, whether you're controlling the whole thing or not, or you have a little piece to do with it, you have contributed.
Absolutely.
You have brought that and you have given thousands of people jobs. Period.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
can't knock the hustle.
Because everything
can't
is
knock the
small.
hustle.
It's small strides,
No pun
and
intended.
everything that we do is small strides. It's
That's
not
it.
everything is not going to be so big and extravagant
And-
that you do, and some people may never notice.
And never get it.
But like I said, we have to appreciate what people are doing. They don't have to give you. Nobody owes you nothing.
Never.
I just really want
Ever.
that to be clear. And a lot of people feel entitled
Actually,
to
people
your money.
Right, all
A
the
lot of
time.
people feel entitled to your
Especially once you
success.
start making more.
Exactly.
Especially if they ain't even shoot with you in the gym.
Hey, thank you.
Come with me
No
again.
pun intended.
What you mean?
Yes.
Like, no, at the end of the day, I'm all for
real
supporting
talk.
our people and giving back to our people. Our neighborhoods need it. But nonetheless, doesn't mean I owe you a dime or a dollar.
But you know,
after what I earn.
there's ways
Or a
of giving
penny.
back to your community. I actually feed the homeless. I actually go out and I mentor
And
children.
that's commendable.
But I
Amen.
do it because, and people ask me like, why do you do it? And I'm like, you know why? Because I even though I came from a very well family, so to speak, I didn't get everything that I wanted, but I seen kids that have been through foster care and have been through a lot in their lives. And my goal when I was a child, and this is, I used to tell my mom, be like Mother Teresa, like mind them Chinese, like that's never gonna happen. But you know, I did it because I seen a lot of kids in my neighborhood was actually struggling. They didn't have food in their bellies. Some kid's house burnt down. I actually did a fundraiser when I was a kid, and I did all these things for a reason. And I feel like if we all banded together as human beings for the whole of humanity and whole, I think this world would be a better place. Unfortunately, we don't have a utopia, and people look at commodity as a way of giving back. We can give back by giving heart and the truth, and that's
But
giving
there's a lot of
information.
hurt in the community, a lot of wounds, a lot of, you know, people still
But if people
trying
were
to
to
heal
educate,
from that.
if people were to
but
be educated about
that's
what
the problem.
has
A lot
gone
of people
through,
don't want to be educated.
then-
A lot of people don't want
then
to
that would be
read.
a
A lot
better-
of people don't want to look
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
because of fear of judgment. And unfortunately, our communities judge us for our shortcomings.
Everybody's
It's
gonna get
unfortunate.
judged.
But we were
I think
ingrained with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't
Everybody,
see that in the
everybody's
in the
judged. The minute
But
that
let me
you
tell
see
you
someone,
something.
you get judged.
You do not have to be a victim of circumstance, and let me put that out there
really
very
don't.
clearly.
Yeah.
You do
Okay,
not have to be a
there's
product of
so
your
many
environment.
opportunities in research you can do. You do not have to stay where you are. You choose to stay where you are.
Is
Everything
that
that you
people
do
afraid
is a
to be
choice.
uncomfortable?
I also think that gets with the
Absolutely.
guidance that and with the people you surround yourself with.
The
Because
culture.
honestly,
The culture
whoever
plays a big part.
you surround yourself with, if you surround yourself with people who never leave the block and who don't go out looking at the resources that
Absolutely.
are available
Yep.
to them, then you're gonna be stuck just like them, stagnant there on the block. However, if you start to expand your circle and start expanding to, you know, people that you want to be like, you aspire to be like, you know, then you got to surround yourself with those type of people because they're gonna, if they're doing things, you're gonna see them doing things. You might learn something, or you might just be motivated enough to be like, well, if they're doing this, I could do this. And sometimes I feel like the only reason why we don't grow as a people, starting from adolescence to the early 20s, is because sometimes we just don't know what we have available to us. We don't know that there's this, you know, recreational center
That's
that could
education,
help you.
though.
Wait,
Mhm.
no,
You
it's
have to
not
be-
just it's
No,
not
no,
just
no,
educate.
wait,
Let me
it's
finish. It's not just education, because at the end of the day, fuck education.
It's
When
not education
outside of
as in
school, outside
It's
of school,
I'm saying
what
being
else
educated by the people who are around you,
Well,
because
yeah.
people
Yeah, but
can
we weren't
educate you.
like
People
that.
don't look
Our
at
history is
resources
not
outside
like
of that.
that.
No, but
I
our
know
history
that's
is
the
like
solution,
that.
but
Our-
you
and
have
our-
to look back in the 90s, the 80s. We were not conditioned that way.
Hold
So
on.
now,
That's
right
not
now-
true.
I
That's
have to
not true.
disagree. Let me tell you something. My first life lessons came from school as an adolescent. You
Amen.
understand? And shout out to every teacher,
One
gym
right here.
teacher,
Your
Third
teacher-
grade.
principal,
Woo.
every
Spring break
dean,
started today.
every science teacher that got in my
High five,
behind,
third grade.
that showed me that there's opportunities for
Yeah.
you to be and do something different. We didn't take those opportunities. We didn't listen. We were hard-headed. We were stubborn.
Exactly.
Be real with
Today
yourself.
was rough.
But I really want to say this before, you know, because I don't know how long we have, but I want to say R.I.P. to the late great Aaliyah. She
Yes.
gave
Amen.
me and my family, like, this is a small thing, but an angel to me. My family had a fire and our house burned down. And when our house burned down, we were in the newspaper and everything. Aaliyah found us and donated toys, Christmas trees, clothes, money, and brought us backstage at the Apollo Theater with her, Genuine Little Kim,
Nice.
and let us be there. And let me tell you something. It's the little things like that that people never hear of. And I spread it everywhere I go because she was my first angel. You understand? And God, and rest her soul, because she still is my angel. You know,
Yeah.
it's some. I just really feel like we all are taking small strides that people don't see, and don't negate those things because you don't hear about them. And if you don't have to remain where you are. Take a step and look at something different other than the norm. Take
Yeah.
a step
And you
outside
don't
your
have to
fear.
broadcast it
Yeah.
every time you do something good for the community
people-
or for
Exactly.
another anyway. Just, you know, it's nice to tell other people, because I think sometimes people forget to. It's okay to be kind to somebody.
Yeah.
Sometimes on the train, just like earlier, you know, somebody will ask for change and everybody will look around like, nope, nope, nope. Once you see that one person, some people start to, You know what? All right. You know what I'm saying? Because now, one, nobody feels like a fool, like they getting got.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if I'm getting got, you getting got. Here's a couple change. Like, you know what I'm saying? But also, it's just like, all right, if you could do it, fine, I could do it too. Let me one up you. I'm gonna give $1.
I think it's very important to lead by example, though. You know, as a teacher, I may not be financially giving back to the community and doing all the things, but you know, they know I go away all the time, so they're like, oh, they think I'm rich, you know, they have all of these assumptions. But when I go back, I share the experiences, like I travel, you know, what a passport is, and they're like, I wish one day I can go. I'm like, you can go, you know, once you get older, you get a job, you know, you make money, you set a plan. And I think in the community, you know, rest in peace Nipsey, obviously, but he was just that role model, that example that we saw, that maybe he gave back, but we saw him in a different light. Because I think now the role models I'm seeing in I'm like,
But if I may, really quickly, to the young folks that are coming up right now, I'm not old and everything, but listen, I took a class the other day that mentally struck a nerve. Right? Okay. We teach our kids to go to school, go to college, graduate, get a job. The new age kid is into the internet. And right now, there's kids right now making millions off the internet. Become an investor, become an owner of some things, even if it's real estate, even if it's something on the internet. If you sell clothes, sell hair, whatever you do, become a business owner and have multiple streams
don't sell your body.
Yes, don't sell Jesus.
Just like the
don't sell your body, but create multiple streams of income. And if nobody's ever taught you that in school, and your parents never taught you, break the chain, break the system.
Yeah.
And
You
get out
taught
there.
them. That's what's happening now.
That's my message today.
Wait, can I just give an
And you heard it
example
from your
real
girl
quick?
Harmony, only Harmony, the songbird on Instagram.
Well,
Only
you know what,
Harmony.
ladies, Serena, if you want to get that out. But we're gonna wrap it up because we got the other girls coming through. Being that you girls have another event only.
Right. Real quick,
Now,
I got an
we can-
8-year-old son. I got him real business savvy. He
Third
gets
grade.
up for work on Saturdays, and he's up at 5:30 to go to work to do security with my mother's boyfriend and stuff like that. And he's like, Mommy, you know, it's time I do chores. I need responsibility. Why? Oh, because, you know, I want allowance. Why? So that way I can have money. For what? I don't know, when I need it.
Smart. There it
That's
is.
when you need it.
That's it.
That's how you do it, man. Shout out to you, and ladies, just go around,
Shout
you know,
out
get
to
your
y'all.
IGs
Thank you for
out,
having us.
just so that
Thank
people can, you know what I'm saying,
you.
follow you or whatever it is, and then,
Okay.
you know what I mean.
You guys
And
can
then
find
we
me
wrap
at
up.
Go ahead, go.
you can find me at Bombshell Shelly's on IG, and my name is Michelle. Thank you for having me again.
Right, it's your girl Serena, like the tennis player, because I bring the racket. You can find me on Instagram at @IAM_Serena Marie, and that's Serena with an I. Also, tune in every Monday to the Party and Bullshit Show. Follow at Party and Bullshit Show
There
and
you
at
go.
Jackie's Angels, at Jackie's Angels PBS. Shout out to Jack.
Big Jack, what up, baby?
Hey, is Rosa. Follow me on IG on 23 Pieces of Rose and Jackie's Angels PBS. Watch the show every Monday, 11 to 3.
I like her voice.
Thank you.
And finally, I am the Harlem Songbird. It is Harmony, only Harmony on Instagram and Facebook. And like they said, like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Party and Bullshit Show with host Jack Thriller. We are the Jackie's Angels. Follow us.
On YouTube,
Yeah.
Instagram,
Put my pictures up on my sites and my business. You don't wanna know me, you don't know me. All you talk about is what's on TV. And if I tell you to kiss it, they gon' kill me. So for now, I just put it in the melody. I tell them all that I did it myself. Not for you, not for nobody else. I did me, you do you. Why only judge my flaws? Take a good look at yourself. You see you look like everyone else. You can write about me, talk about me, but you never really know me. That's why I'm always saying, ain't nobody business. 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 Ain't nobody business who I'm laying with. Nobody business who my clicks get. On social media, looking through my pics. Send me requests onto my flicks. Put your captions on it. Send it to your friends. But when the heat comes, no, I don't miss. No. I tell them all that I did it myself. Not for you, not for nobody else. I did me, you do you. Why only judge my flaws? Take a good don't know me. All you talk about is what's on TV. And if I tell you to kiss it, they gon' kill me. So for now, I just put it in the melody. I tell them all that I did it myself. Not for you, not for nobody else. I did me, you do you. Why only judge my flaws? Take a good look at yourself. You see you look like everyone else. You can write about me, talk about me, but you never really know me. That's why I'm always safe. Ain't nobody business. 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 Ain't nobody business who I'm laying with. Nobody business who my clicks get. On social media, looking through my pics. Send me requests onto my flicks. Put your captions on it. Send it to your friends. But when the heat comes, no, I don't miss. No. I tell them all that I did it myself. Not for you, not for nobody else. I did me, you do you. Why only judge my flaws? Take a good look at yourself. You see you look like everyone else. You can write about me, talk about me, but you never really know me. That's why I'm always saying, get to know me before you just judge me. Get to know me. That's why I'm always saying, get to know me before you just judge me. Get to know.
HHPOV.
Now they have another event that they got to get to at 7:30.
So now,
So the
Yeah.
three that are coming up right now.
Welcome back,
welcome back.
Heroes HQ. Thank you for the Jackie's Angels coming through. The
Yes,
first
thank you,
group.
the
The first
first
group.
group.
Appreciate.
That's part
We
one.
appreciate Jack Thriller. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing. You've been doing
Yeah.
it for a second. Appreciate you. I wish we bring back 16 bars or better. You know what I'm saying?
We had
That'd
a
be
group
dope again.
Was that like a episode?
He used to
or something?
he used to have that 16 bars or better.
Okay.
I remember that.
I went with Suede, actually.
Man, I done some work with Jack, so it's all good, man. I appreciate the guy.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you sitting here? We got 3 girls coming.
Yeah, just for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, a quick story. When I was
While he's on the phone.
When I was actually booking the girls, the manager asked.
Are you speaking of?
I gotta kick it to Jack. I was like, yo, just tell Jack, Heroes Headquarters, HHPOV. Hey, how you doing? You coming up?
And he's trying to tell us that
He's telling us to
Sal
tell him on the
got
phone, yeah.
Sal is the plug.
Yeah,
That's
Sal
what
is
he's
the
trying to
plug.
say.
I said,
So we the plug.
Heroes Headquarters, HHPOV, growl.
Oh.
I put in my work. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hey.
I've been working this for a second, man. I've been working this for a second.
Good
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I see you out here working.
I ain't got nothing else to do but
We
work.
got
That's
Jack
it.
right here coming through. Hello,
I ain't got nothing else to
that
do
that
but
first
work.
One was good,
Let's
though.
go.
That was good. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So let's go.
We got a couple of people in the house. You know, shout out the first part. That was. Did we know we was dropping that? Did we know we was dropping that hit at the end? That little record. That was.
I didn't know. Sal was in control of that. Sal's in control of everything right now today, man. Sal's
the
in control of
businessman.
everything right now.
Yeah, the businessman.
Yeah. What's up, Angels?
Hello, second
How
part
you
of the
doing?
Angels.
What's going
Part
on?
two.
What's going on?
Part 2.
How's everything?
You gotta get the curls back. Hold on, wait.
Uh-oh.
I got my dog Dante here too, man.
Natural.
We got the man himself up here too.
Yeah. Okay.
Jack Thriller, we got the man himself.
I know, right?
Naturals be like.
Right. I know. When the days that I wear it out, I'm like, okay, and one.
Yeah.
Make
Like
sure
this,
it's ready.
this strand belongs here.
Leave it up to them. It'll be this
What's
way. And they're
up?
like, you look good. I'm like,
I just want to say congratulations to everybody coming through, showing some love. I appreciate it, man. Prayers, blessings, and power to everyone.
Thank
You
you
know
for
what I'm
having
saying?
us.
Jack, you.
Oh, man, thank you.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Angels, what's going on?
Hey.
Talk to me. Y'all here? We had the first group. We had a nice little conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
good,
We
it
was
was
talking
good.
about, we mentioned Nipsey. You know,
Rest in
and we
peace.
just talking about being recognized for the work that you're putting in, and it really doesn't matter how much work you're putting in. If you're putting in some work, you know, people recognize you. I recognize this man right here. He's been putting in work for years. You know what I'm saying? I
Definitely.
congratulate him, and that's what it's about, just showing love, you know, and spreading it out while people are here, you know, to say thank you. You know,
That's
for the work that you
definitely-
put in, for the culture.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely one of the reasons why we're here.
Yes.
Because of the man beside me. You know, he definitely understood that you got to take your people with you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Not everybody's going to give him a shot. So
Yes.
why not? Why not do it for them?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. So what's the main role of the angels besides just being angels? Talk to me. Let me know what do y'all do besides just being angels?
No, we just say pretty. No, I'm just kidding. So Jackie's Angels is basically we come together. We have different guests on the Party and Bullshit show, hosted
Yes.
by the one and only Jack Thriller.
Yes.
So we research our guests. We make sure we know what we're talking about, and we come in and we have a great conversation. Basically, what we're doing here, and you know, it's not only just about us looking good. We got to make sure our guests feel good.
Yes.
We also host events, you know, make appearances, make sure, you know, the man of the or woman of the hour is, you know, celebrated as such. So we're basically the hype. We the hype. You know,
we bring the party.
We bring the party to the bullshit.
To the bullshit.
So wait a minute. Y'all the party, Jack's the bullshit?
And in that order.
Yeah, so you know, Jackie's Angels, man. You know, just to piggyback off that, 'cause that was all the way correct.
Jack. A little closer to the mic. So
Oh,
you
okay,
can
cool. So you know, just to piggyback off of that, right? Jackie's Angels is a collective of beautiful Black, Hispanic. You know, it's a rainbow coalition. We got Asians.
Yeah.
You know, we got the world.
Yeah.
We are the world.
Yes.
And yeah, they're authors. They're journalists. They're Jackie's Angels. They the female versions of myself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to just cultivate their personalities and take it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Like you remember when the height of 106 in Park,
Yes.
Free and AJ, you are Melissa Ford or Cedar, or what's some other host and everything that just took over? Sherry Shepherd, Roxy.
Yeah.
That's who they are. They the future. They're the future. The future women on The View, The Real, you know, The Talk, The Soup, all that. You know what I'm saying? And it's about women.
Yeah.
It's about women. Everybody like women.
It's
Even
about
women
women.
like women.
See, Jack just said it's about women, so he don't care about being on camera. He don't care about being on camera.
I already did that.
It's about the ladies.
I already
It's
did
about
that.
the ladies. It's about the angels right now. He don't care about being on camera. So
It's all about them.
like
How does somebody become a Jackie's Angel?
Man, all you got to do is know what I'm saying. Audition.
Jackie, she's trying to get recruited.
No,
She's
no.
trying to get recruited.
They came in with the dresses on. I said, whoa, the springtime.
Hey, Jack, the first thing
We
she
on
asked
mission. We coming
Jersey
strong.
dresses, all kind of shit.
Jack, the first thing Shantae asked me, where can I get one of them dresses at?
We coming strong. You know.
that's what's up.
Be
So
yourself.
the angels, like, how long has it been in existence? Because I've known Jack for a while, and I've been a part. I've worked here and there with a few of the shows. Yeah, 16 or better. I don't know if you want to mention all this
Yeah,
stuff,
you go.
but the 16 or better.
Roll it out.
Roll it out. He said, give me my
You know what I'm
credit.
saying?
Give me shout
Give me credit.
This is 50.com. The catalog is crazy. So how did the angels? When did you say? When did the angels say, I'm gonna put the Angels in effect.
This was 3 years ago when Party and Bullshit started.
Oh.
3 years ago, man. So we didn't have. It's been a revolving door like 200.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Up until right now. And we still counting. We recruiting. It's a movement, man. You know, they the female Crips and Bloods. This a gang. This is sorority. They the Deltas.
Gang.
They the Sigmas. They the Alphas.
Yeah,
they the Kappas. The girl Kappas. Yeah, it's real. I'm about to get them some candy canes.
Shout out to the Greeks.
You hear me?
I can't.
That's what's up.
All right.
But you know what's the fly thing is that, you know, we had an ill conversation right before this half.
Yeah.
And the ill thing is that not only they have pretty faces, but they got a mind on them.
Yeah.
Because
they
they
pretty asses.
I mean, hey.
We gonna be PG right about now. We gonna stay PG.
I'm right. Back to Nickelodeon.
But you know that's a dope thing, man. And I remember, man. So you say you started this about 3 years ago with
3 years
Jack?
ago, Party and Bullshit. Yeah.
No, I understand that, but how about the Jackieangels?
They were, yeah. That
He's
was
trying to
3
say they
years ago.
started with
at
them.
the same time.
Yeah, because I remember I went to your show with Sway because I was actually the producer of the album that he had throughout and from Camp Low, Geechee Sway from Camp Low.
Yeah.
So we was there, but there was no Jackieangels there at that time.
Yes, they were.
Serious?
Yeah, they were on the show. It was like 3 over in this corner, and there was 3 on the other side.
You know what?
Yep.
They didn't have the logo.
They didn't have a logo.
The logo started when?
Let me tell you when that shit
And
started.
by the way, that's a fly logo, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you. That happened probably like a year and a half ago. I had a guest on the show, Capone, and I had Rob Stapleton on, right?
Okay.
And Capone came on. He said these motherfuckers don't even look like they stay on the same street. 'Cause everybody had on something different, and there was no uniform.
Princess like, oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, he should make them wear the same color. Then I was like, okay. I need to find some kind of uniform thing. So I ain't had the money in the budget for it first. So everybody got to wear all black.
Okay.
Everybody got to wear all black, and then
everybody got black.
Everybody got because everybody was black. And then I hooked up with Melanie. Melanie is the leader of Jackieangels. She coordinates everything that the girl does and stuff, and she designed the clothes and whatnot, and she just brought a whole nother life to it. Gave it an organization.
That's great. Shout out to Melanie.
Hey, shout outs to Melanie, man. Melanie doing her thing.
Got us together, got us ready. Oh,
hey, watch that mic, girl. Learn how to hold a mic,
girl. The mic is held. You feel me? You gotta get better equipment. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, talk to her.
But I like how, you know, it's all together and everything because we need more of these. You know, we need more of these platforms for people just to come out, you know, and make them feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. And you know, you got the big stages, you know, but you got to earn a certain credibility to get up there.
Exactly.
And,
in that order. Shit. SOBs. I just got this booking today. Sold out show already. SOBs. May 22nd.
Okay.
Bev Sav. I forget what.
That's for the Angels. So one of these angels is supposed to know. Supposed to fill in.
It just happened today.
Oh,
it just happened today. They don't
Melanie knows.
This news to them.
Dang, y'all
just
coming
throw us under the bus.
Hold on.
Not even gonna give us a chance.
Don't. I'm sorry.
Because we know a whole lot now.
I'm sorry. Because you know what happens? They come at me like that when
Yeah,
certain
no, we
things
good.
come. When
We
certain
good.
things is in effect, they like. So you don't know what's going on. I'm
we
like,
good, bro.
yo, it just came up. I ain't even spread the news yet. I'm
feel
like,
me?
hold on.
Right.
So I'm sorry. I
But
feel you.
it comes up about a week ago, and he still don't know. But
Feel our
besides
pain.
that,
Yeah, it's a lot of things that be just happening on the fly and whatnot. You know, these my buddies, and wherever I go, they go. So you know, when I had got this booking earlier today and whatnot, I was like, yo, I do the shit, but only way I do it is if I can bring my angels on the host with me and shit. And you know, I'm gonna talk.
do it up, man.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. But yeah,
only you and your girls. That's
I
it.
have to take them. I have to take them everywhere because it's a movement.
But that's the way to do it, Jack, because it's a movement and a team is only a team with others. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it by yourself, brother. So shout out to you for always bring.
He said I can. They chose not to.
I was trying to be politically correct, yo. Politically correct.
Yeah.
He cool, but you know.
I got a plan.
He said y'all could move. I can do it by myself.
Secure your job, baby.
Secure your job. Secure the bag.
All these ladies, you know, like I told you before, they're journalists and they're gonna future authors and You know what I'm saying? They're podcasters, future podcasters and whatnot in their own right. So it all snowballs. The same way when you was watching Living Color.
Yeah.
And you seen all them superstars come from that. Or Hollywood Shuffle. Everybody in there
Makes
at
sense.
the time when
Yep.
it was happening, you know, they were just up and coming and blah, blah. But then they turned into superstars. They turned
Now-
this is what we're doing right now.
Now, with that said, ladies, how do you feel about what Jack is saying right now? Are you feeling good about being part of this movement?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk individually. How you feel? Start off with
Brief
you.
bio,
Right
brief bio.
Okay, so hi, my name is Princess. I'm from Brooklyn, everybody.
Princess.
I started on the Angels about at the end of their first year. So I've been on the Angels for about 2 years. And I feel like everything that he said is completely accurate. Like, we're like little versions of him. He teaches us, you know, he teaches us what we need to do, what we should be doing, what we should not be doing. He puts us in good positions, as in interviews, events, coordination, a whole bunch of things that we get to do that we didn't get to do before. And it's like, when you did watch all of the shows growing up, you do notice where they were in the beginning, and then as they did their progressions, it takes time. And you see they all knew each other. They didn't all necessarily go for the same thing, but they all knew each other before everything started. So I feel like everything he said was pretty much accurate.
Nice.
Next
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
I
inside.
believe
Next up.
She's trying
to
pass
it.
it.
She's like, we
Go,
gonna-
go, you go.
Well, no, because I kind of like spoke in the beginning, so I was just like, why don't I go last? But anyways, what's up, everybody? It's Olivia, live from the West Side. That's right, I'm from California. So basically, as we all have been saying, like, you know, we was actually having a conversation at an event yesterday about how like everybody that's in right now came up together. So, and I feel blessed to be a part of it. I mean, we have fun together. We crack jokes. We, you know, hang out, you know, give advice if you need be. And that's just what it is. It's a sisterhood. It's a movement. It's everything. So I'm definitely excited to be a part of it. We got way more stuff coming and I cannot wait.
Nice.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sinquel coming live from the 7-5. So everything that Jack has said, he's right, and I am so thankful to Jack and to Melanie, to Art, to all of the Angels for taking me in, for embracing me. I started, I want to say I auditioned last summer, and I think I officially started around like October-ish. But I've learned so much. I met so many people in the arts and entertainment industry, singers, producers, rappers, actors. And, you know, from time to time, Jack, he goes on these rants, right? And he be going in. I mean, he will call anybody out. He will call you out, your mama, your brother, your sister. Don't matter. Your grandma.
What they got to do with it?
It don't matter. Like,
If he likes you,
hello, see, he will make it coordinate somehow. But you know, he'll let you know. One thing, okay, so I went to a HBCU. I went to Howard. HU for those in the building. So
I didn't go.
The way he talks to us, y'all, it reminds me of like Howard. The way my professors used to talk to me, the way like my pro fights and everything used to talk to me. I am an AKA.
What?
Get it? Alpha chapter, what's up?
Or they gonna kill me. I can't do the thing. They gonna kill me.
Please don't.
I never went to college, so I don't know those. I don't know nothing about that.
You're learning as I'm talking about it. You'll kind of get the gist of what I'm saying.
Watch
like
Big Fella.
it's tough love, you know. He might say some things you don't like. He might say it in a way that you don't want to hear it, you don't want to receive it.
But it's for the best of it.
Yes, and what my professors always told me, you know, you eat the meat and you spit out the bones. So it hurts sometimes, and you don't like the way he's saying it. If he's not talking to you, you love it because it's funny as hell. Like he be going in on people like, your page whack, you don't promote. What you doing? Like,
Yo, he just
and
said
so
that.
he's basically teaching us about supporting each other, coming together, you know, as a family, coming together as a community, creating something together, building this platform together. So he's telling us to support each other. I support Olivia. I support Princess. They support me. We support the show. He supports us. So he's teaching us so many things at once, all from supporting, all how to cultivate and grow ourselves as journalists, as artists, how to have a plan. Some of it I already knew, some of it I didn't already know, but it doesn't matter because you just be quiet and you listen and you take it in. And even if you have already heard it before, faith cometh by hearing. So when you hear it again and again and again, it gets ingrained into you, because sometimes no matter how much you heard something, your spirit or whatever you're going through can make you kind of forget it.
Or may not accept it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's everything he's saying is good to always hear. I love when he go on those rants. I be weak as hell.
It's the bit. It's when
like,
you
tell me more.
It's when you controlling your brand and your business. Sometimes you gotta be harsh. You gotta talk and do things that you really don't want to do. That's not like naturally you, but it's for the business. You building something.
Right.
So you got to do certain things that you just don't agree with.
Yeah, success isn't comfortable, and I think that's one of the things that we definitely learn. Is to not be comfortable. Like if you're comfortable, you're doing something wrong. So that's one of the main things we learn as angels.
And you know what it is, bro? I'm gonna tell you like this. I just don't want them to get hurt. This a rough ass game. Man.
It is.
It eat raw meat.
Yeah.
It eat raw meat. It don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so if I keep my foot on their necks and whatnot, they're gonna be ready for whatever if I'm not around.
Exactly.
They're gonna be ready for whatever. They're gonna be tough enough to do it, and nobody can hurt their feelings because I done already did that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I got all that pussy out their system. You know,
and it's crazy because
this is not for the weak at heart.
I just saw something the other day that said, "My mom is mean as hell, so none of you." Niggas could hurt me or something like that. None of you bitches could hurt me either way.
None of you bitches can hurt me like my mom.
It makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
It is true. It is true. I want to say, because she was saying something about like when Jack on his rants and he says, "Joe, you said something." I was watching. He was giving a promo for what's that? What's that? Wonder Studios.
World Wonder Studios.
Wonder Studios. Yeah.
DJ.
And when you said that. Kill yourself. Drink what you said? Drink a rap poison milkshake.
Yeah.
Yo, I died.
Well,
I died. I was right there.
Right?
I said, what? But
so basically, he was on a rant.
Hilarious.
He was on a rant.
Because when he knows how to interview. Obviously, he's the best at it. So he understands when you answer whack questions. He understands what a whack question is. Or a repeated question.
Yeah.
So he hears it. So basically, he was saying that he was like, if you want to ask the same question over and over again, kill yourself, because it's whack. It's annoying. It's not creative. It's not original. Because why? You've done it already before.
And you can't stand out like that.
Yeah. And what I love is Jack will call you out there right during the interview. He will do it, and he don't care who you are. You can be an angel or you can be the guest. Because one time we had a guest come on, and his song came on, but he didn't get up to perform his song. Now, if my song comes on,
you want me to promote, but you don't promote for yourself,
right?
Basically. Exactly. Why would you not go hard for your own song? And he called him out.
Yep.
He called him out.
And he was talking all this bitch shit like he was the best thing since the microwave.
Oh my god! The best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah. And nobody was more moving to his shit. And get up and make us love it.
Yeah.
Get up and sell it. When Michael Jackson was auditioning for Motown, they got up and I got the feeling doing all that thing. He had to sell it. Exactly. Get up! What are you doing? Sense, man. Yeah. What did you come for?
Yeah.
Why are you on my show again? Yeah. Who referred you? Yeah. And that's one thing I hate. Like when I have a guest on and they bring the artist that they want to put on and some shit like that. Because I don't know what they gonna do. I don't know what they gonna do.
I get what you're saying.
I don't know what they gonna do. They can whack in your show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I just wanted you. I didn't. Give him a shout out from the audience.
Shout out to my
artist. Follow him on.
That's it. Exactly. That's it. Follow him on this, that, and the third.
And that's it. And here's
back to me.
Yeah.
And he kind of left hurt too. He looked like he was upset.
I meant to hurt it.
But you know why? You know why? Because I think people are too afraid in this industry to tell the truth. We will sit there and rather allow it to happen instead of saying something. Yeah. We would allow people to not promote themselves properly and then tell them, after, well, you should have not have been it. But what happens in the moment? You're never going to learn that lesson.
And that's the perfect teaching moment. You have to teach them in the moment. And that's why I love his style of teaching and his style of mentoring and the way he does the show.
Yeah, man, he definitely does that, man. And Jag is the best at it.
Man, I appreciate that.
You're whack.
Man.
Now, one thing I do want to say is, all right, we about to wrap it up right now to get to the next segment. But, all right, I got one question for you, Jack, before we wrap out.
Word to Big Bird.
Now, then this for Shantae, because I know she don't want to ask. But how can you become a Charlie's Angels?
Hold up, Jackie.
You gotta talk to Charlie.
Okay.
Let's talk about Jackie.
Wait, hold on a second. If somebody was listening, I asked that in the beginning, and he gave a full answer. And he said that it depends on the person, their personality. They got to come. It's all about them and expressing the movement and the brand.
Now, I do apologize because maybe I was over there.
Yeah, and you know, to make
I
it
do
even
apologize.
simpler, DM Melanie.
Yeah,
on the
DM
Jackie's
Melanie,
Angels page, PBS, and whatnot. She going to give you all the instructions.
With a picture?
That's another thing.
Hey, but
that's
what,
another
a
thing
headshot?
we'll do. If you're not paying attention to what's being asked, we will call you out and you
Hey,
will look crazy.
Trust me, we are the number one show about that.
We are.
We get on anybody.
Anybody at any
But go ahead,
time.
man. Going from go around here and then tell your IG page, any promotion, anything you want to do, and go around the room so that we can wrap it up.
Okay, guys, this is Princess again. You can follow me on Instagram at princess_Hispaniola. You can spell that princess_HISPANIOLA.
Hey. Yo, what's up? It's your girl Olivia on the mic again. So you can follow me on Instagram at hi_ it's Olivia.
With the laugh?
With the laugh.
No laugh.
Insert laugh.
Yeah, it's insert laugh, but no, hi_ it's Olivia. That's the Valley girl in me. I'm sorry.
Cali. Hey y'all, Synquel again. You can find me on Instagram at CYNQUEL, Synquel.
Nice. Ladies, it was a pleasure, and I just want to tell you once again, more to those pretty faces, man. That mind is Elsa. Shantae, you want to be part of the Jackie Angels? You want to say, hey, I'm Shantae with the Jackie Angels?
It's your girl Tay representing HHPOV every Thursday from 6 to 8. But we support Jackie's Angels anytime, every time. Get it, Tay.
Put your lawyer like that.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From the middle of 42nd, I'm blessing another banger by Psychotic. I'm on and I'm wrecking the Punisher. Beasts is capital punishment. Punished be speaking. Been punished, you cast and make examples out you rappers. Bronx bomber from the city where the greats are from. Chris Rivers, OP Mala Reigns is from. Cuban Link, busy being a Remy Martin. Man, that verse on any up is smoking. I'll forever love my city. Bright lights and big dreams. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bills on the rails. Take it back to 93 instead of 90 for that L. Hip-hop, rap caused the panic. Salute to Queensbridge, the home of Illmatic. And the infamous, can't forget son, Derek Jeter showed that number 2 was number 1. Like when Angie Mall went to power. Flex beefing with Hov, I'm feeling sour. It's still New York City, no effing cowards. Brooklyn, where the people yelling yawa. Fabulous Joel Ortiz, man, them boys are ether. Rest in peace, the birthplace of Aaliyah. High haters, even at the haters loving me, no BK. The birthplace of David Blaine, yo. Papoose drop charades. Meanwhile, the second Sunday in June is the PR parade. Floating through the city, all the people getting lit. Can't forget about Harlem. Shout outs to the dips. Children of the corn showed unity. Now we bumping that diplomatic immunity. Greatness is earned and never borrowed. You sucker MCs won't last in the Apollo. on the block heavy, Planet Rock, Africa, Bambaataa, Zulu Nation, and rock steady. Hardcore, jumping on city trains, graffiti dub, B Street. No need to fight, bring out the cardboards. Break dancing, I break them, they ain't advancing. I'm crazy laced with the prancing, get my B-boys dancing. Pardon me bargaining, but the art of me's expanding. Get late to rest, cause I make the best when I'm breaking necks. This ain't a test, I shatter MCs, prepare your tape decks. For that street flow, New York City, all the homies still doing chin numps on the street post. Y'all seen that Fat Joe made them lean back. We started local, became big and went global. Hip-hop gave us a voice and we became vocal. No matter what, I will never front. I may be Jersey, but I'll never forget where I came from. New York, right.
Mike's is on?
Jack Thriller, 4 years
shit
in the
up.
making.
Yeah.
4 years in the making to get
Shit
Jack
up,
Thriller
nigga.
on the show.
Yeah,
really?
Sal came
It took
through
4 years,
with the
4
win.
years.
Wow, man. That's
4 years, man. We supposed to
HHPOV, we back on air.
We been scheduling
Sal was
conference.
organized.
Yeah.
Finally
And,
made it.
Thank you.
We had, you know what it is? We have a surprise guest today, man.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Dante, let him know who you are. Let him know what you do. Let him know everything, brother.
That's
Go
your
ahead.
boy Dante was here. ATL Zone, Grammy nominated, Juno Award nominated songwriter.
Yeah.
Recording artist for White Kid Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Nice.
Talk to him. I like when he got them credentials.
Yeah.
You start reading
And
it
you
down.
can put it
like,
in.
Like it feel like
I mean, we gotta have something to
It
talk
feel
about.
like I was there with you.
Yeah,
when you
for
was
a
reading it
second,
down.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
That's right. We was in the
Yeah,
building.
yeah, we was there.
Yeah.
Remember that record? Yeah.
I mean, I was always taught to be proud of your accomplishments. You know what I mean?
Yo,
True.
you always gotta be.
True
You always
indeed.
gotta
Yeah,
be.
man.
You have to. You have
Is the
to be.
record right here?
Huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is my,
that's
Okay.
Just get a
this
little
is my
intro.
first single, man.
Okay.
Little record, yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Heaven Help Us.
Heaven
Heaven
Help
Help Us.
Okay.
I say being-
Heaven
being-
help us. Okay.
Heaven
Being
help
never
us.
talking about it.
Okay.
Let's just throw it on
I
right
like
now.
this.
I was gonna play it on the background, but I see they want to hear it.
Yeah, no, I want to hear this.
What now? It's all insane. Commander in chief for a hope for the fame. Oh, how the fuck can you say what's always been broken will be great again? But they claim that all that they do is in our Savior's name. I pray for their souls. Destruction's uprising, no damage control.
That's it.
Nice.
That's it. I can't take no
you know,
more.
You know what it gave me?
I can't take no more.
It gave me Sunday service Kanye West vibes.
Yo,
I
it's
was
crazy
like,
you
wait a
say that
second, I
because this
felt-
song was inspired by Jesus Walks.
See?
I was gonna ask.
felt that.
One of Kanye's best songs to this day.
I agree.
Jesus Walks.
I agree. You know what's crazy? I'll give
One
you
of
an
his
interesting
best
Kanye
songs
West
to this
story.
day.
I was in LA the year before that song came out with my previous manager, and we met Kanye West in the elevator, and we were going to a party. Nelly was having a Nike party, and Kanye was not really able to go, so he rolled with us.
What? What?
And I didn't really know who he was because he was pretty new and Through the Wire just came out, and you know, and I was previously signed to RCA Records, so I was kind of in between deals, and I was out in LA. I was just in focus mode, and her assistant was like, "That's Kanye West." So we invited him to come out with us to Nelly's party. He came. I ended up in the studio that night with Kanye and writing a hook for Nappy Roots. It never dropped, but just to have that experience.
But he has it. He still
and
has
it. And you never know when he's going to drop that.
Right, it's somewhere.
Kanye
it's
might
coming.
drop it nowhere.
And he listening right now. HHPOV, Kanye, drop that.
Yo,
you know,
hold that.
That's a crazy story. Go ahead.
Hold that for a second. Dope ass story just now.
Oh, I didn't even get to the cream of it though.
The energy.
There's more to it.
There's more to the story.
The energy and the vibe.
I'm here good with that one, Dante.
The energy and the vibe is crazy, and I just want to say that song right there is so rich.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
It's so rich.
So many layers.
The production
I'm
on
glad
that.
to hear that.
And I was just talking. We had Drummer Boy last week.
Yeah.
I was just
Shout
asking
out to
Drummer Boy.
Boy.
I was asking Drummer Boy about like how production isn't like that anymore. Like
The
no
layers,
build up.
No build up.
There's no building to anything. It's just
I like it to be cinematic.
Yo.
Like take you from the you know, we climbing up
that.
the hill.
That's definitely got to be on a soundtrack.
That's what
it's
we
got to
working
be on some
I
type
see
of
it.
TV show. Like the opening.
Yeah.
Like the open. And can I ask? Because we
Rob,
have
go
you
ahead,
right
go
here.
ahead.
Please
no,
do.
listen.
Go ahead, Rob.
While we got him right here, so we don't
I
get
got some
flagged.
questions
No,
too, Rob.
listen.
Go
So
ahead.
we don't get flagged.
Okay.
Because of
Oh, yeah, we have the artist right here, so we don't need to
might
get
wanna
flagged,
flag us. We got you on here right now.
Yes, you have my permission.
Can we have permission
Yes.
to rock with that song?
Absolutely,
good.
man.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. We hear it.
That's it.
That's gonna be
YouTube can't flag us.
Absolutely.
He's right here, and he said we got permission.
Absolutely, they have
got
permission.
But you know what's crazy? They'll still
They'll
flag
probably
us.
still
They'll
flag us.
still be on
And they'll
somebody.
see him on there.
Yes.
They'll see him on the show.
That's not even him.
And still
That's
flag the
crazy,
shit
right?
out
That
of us.
happens.
Yo,
I've had my own music
You know how many
flagged
times we
sometimes.
got flagged?
They're
It's
like,
like,
that's not your content. No, that is me.
Yeah,
That's my
belongs to me.
content.
We
wrote
stay
that.
getting flagged. I stay appealing stuff.
Yeah, it
I'm
happens
going
all-
back and forth with YouTube all the
Yeah.
time with video.
and it ain't always the quickest response.
No.
Hey, but Dante, I want to ask you, man.
Yeah, man.
With heaven help us, man. Are you a spiritual person or religious?
I'm not very much religious.
More spiritual?
I'm more spiritual because I feel like a spiritual thing is just a connection you can't explain and can't be taught to you.
Okay.
Or, you know, I feel like when you go to church, you know, the scriptures and stuff are read to you, so you have to, you know,
Follow
and
follow
learn.
nobody, yeah.
Spirituality is just something.
It just
it's
comes.
just a connection.
It's
It just comes.
It's just natural.
True.
It's just natural.
About the record, it sounded as an if. So I'm making an assumption only because I said it's a lot of layers because I felt like you had a chorus in the background.
Mhm.
I'm like,
It's a
what?
choir,
Yes,
whole
I'm like,
choir
it's a
there.
choir. I'm like,
I had to
what
fight
is
for that
going-
choir,
Okay,
too.
I was asking. I'm like, I thought maybe you was just singing on top of you. Like I
Nah,
was
it
like,
was-
now that definitely sounds like
Yeah.
a choir in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I came with
How
that
was
idea.
How was that process?
Oh man, and actually it went fairly easy. I was fighting for it in the beginning because I was like, I want the bridge, and to have just nothing but choir. But in the verses and going forward, I wanted to like be lightly in the background, and everyone was like, you know, we don't want them to think you're a gospel artist and this and that and the third. I'm like, well, I mean, seeing heaven help us is going to automatically make people think that.
Yeah.
But it's about the content of the lyrics. I'm talking about, you know, seeing, you know, people that look like me getting gunned down innocently.
Yeah.
The lack of, you know, attention to children in the education system.
Yes.
Of course.
And just, you know, religion and sexuality being used as a weapon. And, you know what I mean? You know, how
Yeah.
people, you know, we're not cool because you may praise Allah and I may praise Jesus or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I feel like all of that stuff at the end of the day, we're
Still the
all
same.
we're all human.
Yeah, I've always asked the question, like, what makes your religion any better than mine? Or
Right.
what makes my religion any better
Right.
than yours? It's like if we praise one God or we praise
A
a
God.
higher being,
Right.
or,
Yeah.
you know,
Everybody's trying to find that
Exactly.
connection.
yeah,
to something
it's
higher
a
anyway.
connection to a higher thing. So therefore,
Yeah.
your religion is the same as mine.
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
the gist.
And what's funny is that like, you mentioned that you know the issues with the label because of the song
Mhm.
and the title,
Mhm.
and it's like, really, are we of all the music that's being displayed now and being heard,
all
types
of bitches and hoes.
It's funny. all this stuff still going on. This whole world, in chaos like this, we are still not allowed to discuss religion.
Or comfortably,
or spirituality.
Discuss it too.
Comfortably, There'll always be some type of conflict because if you discuss religion with a Muslim and a Catholic, and then they have different praises or different thoughts, or hell can break loose.
But you know what the funny thing is? You know what the funny thing is? Religion and politics is right here.
Oh yeah,
you can discuss politics nowadays, but you can't discuss religion.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you know what's
you
crazy?
Separate church and state. That's what it's all.
It's crazy. When Trump first came into office, right? Me and my wife, we were talking, right, and she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that he got into office." This and that. I said, "Hey, give the man a chance. Let's see what he does." You know what I'm saying? Let's see what he does. If he f's up, then hey, that's when we'll say we got to get this guy out. But she knew it from the gate. But I'm like, yo, give the guy a chance.
Nah, never know.
But we was actually about to. We was about to get a divorce.
But
we was about to just break up and get a divorce.
That's not worth it.
That's not real politics and religion.
It's because he had so much history before that.
Sal told her, you can take the kids too. Take the kids
No
with
way.
you.
Take all three.
I'll take the dog.
Donald Trump is not worth it.
I'll take Roger. You take the kids.
He's not worth it, but it's like,
I mean,
it goes to show you how religion and politics is like,
and
it's
how
right
passionate
here.
it gets talking about.
That passion is crazy.
Yeah.
You said it right on target, Dante.
I have some people, that love me and mess with me like that. And as soon as it come to politics, they look at me different. Like,
oh yeah, same.
And then once we stop,
do you have the
as soon as we
credentials
stop,
to talk about
once we
politics?
stop, then we go right back to the love again. You know what I'm saying? It's a funny thing. But let's talk about you, man. Let's talk about you, man. Like, just you got so much going on. You got such a great history behind you in the catalog and everything. Okay, what was the experience like when you got nominated for a Grammy?
It was a shock because I was working with this producer I've been working with for a while, and me and my writing partners at the time, we would always be in the studio with him every day, every night. Like, I'm talking 8 a.m. to like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And then go home and sleep for like an hour, come back because we were, hungry, trying to get it. And just hearing that I was a part of something that was nominated by an Academy is just crazy. And then most recently, in 2018, I wrote a song for this indigenous pop artist from Canada named Iskway called Heaven Help Us Master. Plug, Heaven Help Us. Disturbed is what the name of the song is.
Yeah.
And I actually wrote that song about a relationship that I was in the moment because, Prince is one of my biggest influences.
Yes.
So I do my vocals and my writing pretty much off that because I listen to that so much, even to this day.
Yeah.
And I sent her the song and she was just like, oh, I want the song. And this was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So she called me in 2017 and said she recorded the song. It's going to be on her album. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then, I was in the process of working on my project, and then boom, out of nowhere, she's like, oh, yeah, the album is nominated for a Juno Award. Thank you.
Wow.
And I was just like, oh.
That's big.
Do you have, I always question people, do you have that in your mindset before you start? Like, I'm aiming to get this accomplishment or achievement, because I listen to both sides of it. People who don't plan it and they're like, oh, this is a miracle that I would ever happen. This would ever happen. And I'm like, you're in that lane. So something of your craft should allow you to be in that light. Or do you go in that mindset like, I'm writing for something that's going to be a hit record and one day I hope to get a Grammy for it?
Well, I for me, it's more of it's something that I've always wanted since I started music when I was like 5, 7 years old. It's when it goes way, way back. Like, someday I want to be, up there with the greats.
Okay.
Who's, winning a Grammy for being an artist and a writer. But I don't really when I go in, I don't aim to do anything. I just connect with whatever is happening at the moment. Because a lot of times with my own personal stuff, my own personal music, it's on another planet. I'm an ATLian, so
shout out
different
to that.
Category.
So it's like I mix everything that I love. But if I were to say who my biggest influences are, they would be Prince, Missy Elliott, and Andre 3000.
I was gonna say you being from Atlanta.
Atlanta,
and
I'm about to say Outkast.
And you said you were AT-alien.
Yeah,
I was like, if he doesn't mention Andre, I'm gonna
Yeah.
punch him dead in his face.
Yeah, man. What
We don't support violence, but I'm gonna hit him.
Andre, I mean, Big Boy is nasty too. Like I love that they're from my hood.
And what's crazy is that I'm New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite duos of all time.
Man.
Southern Playalistic Cadillac
Man.
Music
First
is
album.
the joint.
Classic.
Yeah.
That's the joint right there. That oh my god.
I got
oh
their
my
cassette.
god.
I got the cassettes.
I'm a super Outkast fan.
Yeah, I'd love to hear
Super
that, man. Because that's another. I listen to Outkast.
Somebody say you are a
lot.
fan, because for you to mention the whole name for that album,
Yes, sir.
you gotta be a fan, because I can't say
Indeed. My favorite Outkast album though is AT-Aliens.
AT-Aliens was dope
Because it was just so diverse.
Yeah. I like that. It
Dope,
was
dope
dope.
album,
it was
man.
dope. It was
I mean, most of the music, man, it's just
was
super dope.
unbelievable.
Next level. AT-Aliens, man. So
unbelievable.
Hey
When
Dante, but I do want to ask you this, man.
Okay.
When it comes to Dante was here,
Uh-huh.
why not Dante is here?
Or will be there.
Oh yeah, I'm
you know,
be there.
Let me explain it to you.
Coming or something.
When I first got signed, when I was 18, I got signed to RCA Records. There were like 2 other Dantes that were just getting signed to some other labels or whatnot. One of those labels tried to sue us for
'Cause of
my
the name?
birth given name, and that kid's name was not even Dante. So so and then and then once I left, I was
No, I'm gonna sue you. You're not real Dante. You're not a real
That's
Dante.
like Rick Ross suing Rick Ross.
Right, like
Yeah.
come on, bro, like really. So once I left RCA, and I ended up being signed to a bunch of other labels after that, and then the whole indie streaming era started.
Okay.
And I went indie. I went over to Japan. I wrote for a couple Japanese artists over there in English. I actually did an album with a Japanese band, which is crazy. It was a punk rock album. I did a punk rock album. I'm telling you, I really get into.
So real quick
music.
sidebar. We're gonna get right back to the name.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to your writing, it doesn't matter the genre. You just write, and
Not at
whatever
all.
genre picks it up, you could just.
I love music, man. I am music. I listen to everything.
So a country guy could just take that and be
Well,
like, "Don't go and mess with my,
No,
whatever you."
One of my
wrote to it."
favorite country songs is "The Devil Drove Down to Georgia." My grandfather used to play all that kind of music. Because he's from my grandpa was from Dothan, Alabama, so he's straight up country.
Alabama.
So I would hear all that kind of stuff from him. Then my grandma would play, Mahalia Jackson and all that stuff. And then between my mom and my aunts, it was like it was Shirley Murdoch, Prince, Michael Jackson, Shanice, Whitney Houston, like all these Ohio players. My dad was Ohio players and Earth, Wind and Fire all day.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
So when you write, you're not thinking of no type of genre. You just
No,
writing what
it's
you
just
feel.
whatever feels good in that moment.
You just write like a poem type of feel? Or is it just
I have made poems into song, but most of the time I'm really drawn. A lot of times stuff even that I've written for other people is actually something that I probably may have lived. I'm not gonna own all of it because I don't want to tell them myself.
Yeah.
But most of the relationship stuff that I've written about for other people either comes from my experiences or someone close to me's experience.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm asking is because, like, let's say an MC usually listens to the beat, you know what I mean, or some type of like a 4 bar, a 4 beat bar or something, and they flow for that. But when it comes to singing, and if you could put that into any type of genre, that's kind of, I don't know, I just feel like that's amazing.
Thanks, man. That's what Jack tells me all the time. Jack Thriller. Shout out to Jack Thriller.
Jack.
He calls me Young Michael Jackson, Young Prince.
Let's go
I'll
back.
take it.
Let's go back to the name, man.
So
Sorry
back
for
to the
sidebar,
name.
brother.
No, it's all good, man. I appreciate that. So when I decided to do the indie thing and go do my thing, I noticed that when I brought the Japanese album that I did with the band back and released it here, there's like millions and millions of Dantes all over streaming networks, and my music was getting lost in that or being connected to people who are not me. So, just thinking about it, I was just like, I was already using Dante Was Here as my social media. And then I was like, you know what? Dante really was here. I was here before all of them.
Oh, nice.
You understand what I'm saying? And then when I go and have interviews or I go to a spot, people usually love me and I want people to know that every time I stepped in the room, Dante was here.
Nice. Makes a whole lot of sense, man. Nice.
And it rhymes with Shante.
It does.
My name.
It does indeed.
In the beginning, when he walked in, people kept saying, I was like, am I hearing my name? Like,
she's like, Auntie.
I always, I've been trying to figure this out and do some research.
Mm-hmm.
Since you've been nominated for a Grammy, do you know the process, the procedure?
Not at all.
Nobody knows.
Then nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I mean, I do know that you can submit.
I know you can submit your own music on your own.
But I just don't know what the process is of choosing. I know there's a board and they decide who are going to.
I've always felt that it always has to do with record sales. And
nah, it's not record
even.
sales.
Not
It's
even.
not record sales.
Not
Because
even.
it's people, they sales and they're not popular.
And they've won.
And they've won. Yes.
Over people that have records that are through the roof.
Yeah.
I don't.
So I think some of it may be based on sales. I don't really know for sure, but I do know that a lot of it is based on just quality of music.
I would love to find out.
I think we all would.
Yeah. I would love.
Decode the matrix.
Maybe it would be a lot not easier, but maybe we should. I mean, you want to do your research, but have it as a mystery, because then now everybody would feel like they know the formula. I know if I do 1 + 1, I get 2, and then I can get a Grammy.
Yeah.
Right, but with that said, Dante, how do you feel about what Drake said when he got that Grammy, when he was on some what was that he said something about like, yo, it's not about this,
Awards,
it's not about winning,
it's
not about blase, like, yo, go out there and
do you. I took it as he was saying focus on the craft.
Yes, that's
right.
what I take.
I don't think he was trying to be negative. I think people were taking it as a negative thing, but people put too much focus on things that sometimes doesn't really matter as much.
Trying to get that Grammy when it's like you just started.
It's like
hustle.
If you started last week, you're not winning.
Exactly.
Go hard.
It's like in sports.
Yeah.
You focus on winning before you even step on the court or the
Before you even
field.
went to practice.
Before you even stepped out there, you already when we win. You ain't even start the game yet.
Yeah.
You ain't even start the
and if
game
you ain't
yet.
did the training to
Focus
be in
on
the
those
game,
drills. Focus on.
So I think
indeed.
that's basically what it is. Like focus on your music. Get your stuff. Get your music and everything correct, and then as you go on and you start building yourself, then go for it.
You gotta be consistent.
Let me go for this.
Consistent on everything. Like I started out very early, so my story, short version of it is I accidentally met T-Boz in my neighborhood, and then I ended up getting connected to Deborah Killings. Deborah Killings is a singer-songwriter. She sung pretty much every background vocal you ever hear on Outkast, TLC, Monica, all of those. And she took us under her wing, and she taught us how to record background vocals, how to just emphasis on certain words, breathing, all that kind of stuff. And then we ended up in real rehearsals every day for no reason. And then when I ended up going solo and getting signed to RCA Records, same situation. I would have to go and sit in a room sometimes with a camera or sometimes a person from a publication just for media training. I don't even think they do that anymore.
Nah, they don't. There is no A&Rs.
There's no A&Rs.
There's no more A&Rs now.
It's crazy, but I mean,
no development.
Yeah, and so it's like in this era, anybody can be an artist.
Yeah.
And if you're going to choose to do that, then do the work.
So you've been signed.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of started. You got your start practically at the beginning when the streaming was being introduced and everything, right?
Yeah, kind of.
How do you feel now with labels and just being an independent artist?
Being signed, I will say that I enjoy being an independent artist more because I really get to explore myself as an artist and try different things. And if they don't work, they don't work. I know that when I was signing the RCA Records, I know a specific record that I wanted to record so bad that never got recorded because it felt like it wouldn't be a hit, and then it ended up being a hit for somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So I really appreciate being indie because I can just really, and then just the kind of artist that I am, I'm not even sure a label would even know
how to market you, how to market you, and everything.
But I know how to do it, so
because
I know what I want.
That's important.
We actually just shot the video for Heaven Help Us 2 weeks ago, and
please email us and let us know as soon as you're about to release it. We would love to see this.
It's like a music short film.
I gotta see
it. It's so cinematic. We wanted to do like a fashion story, showcase me because I do get a lot of A lot of course, I gotta showcase me, but I do get a lot of like fashion brands and fashion magazines interested in me because of my style.
Do your thing, man.
So I'm just gonna explore all of this stuff and see
do that thing.
What happens, man.
And maybe you'll meet Kanye again on the elevator and be like, "Remember when I
yeah.
brought you in the party, homie?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up, Ye?"
It's crazy because Ye also joked when we were in the studio that day. He's like, "Oh, because I started singing the song in a real low key." He was like, just get here singing like Prince, and I was like, "Oh, word, appreciate that."
Thank you, Ye. Thank you, Ye.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. So,
but how long have you been singing though?
Man, I didn't really know
how you even started. How you knew that you could sing? You know, it's like,
He's like, when I was 1, I was like, me.
I mean, I knew I was in love with
when
music.
I came out and
as early as 7.
And I cried. I cried with a melody.
I cried like Prince cried.
I didn't realize I could actually sing until about maybe 8th grade, I guess.
Wow.
But I didn't really think I was good at it.
Yeah.
Because at the time I thought I was a rapper.
You wanted to be a
wanted to rap so bad.
You wanted to be a rapper. You wanted to be a rapper
did
so
you write?
bad.
Did you write rhymes?
Actually,
did you
in
have
my
the
group,
composition notebook.
I did. I still have a composition notebook.
Composition
though.
notebook.
But
I
in my
still
group,
do,
it was 3 of us, and I was the left eye of the group.
Okay.
Because my personality, I was a wild boy back then.
Yeah.
Just like Lisa was, and I really didn't know if I could sing that great, and my 2 group members could. So
you did more.
I did a lot of background vocals, and then I did a lot of the
hype.
hyping up, and I actually was writing rhymes. They was ABC 1, 2, 3s, but
amen.
But I did my thing because so you can
You
sell
did your thing
anything if
you here
if
now.
you confident and you powerful. Yes.
And you here now. That's why you did your thing, man.
But I didn't know I could sing until then, and then the group taught me a lot, and being with Deborah taught me a lot, and then. After the group disbanded that whole summer, I was just in vocal lessons and doing those kind of things. And then I met my manager at the time, who was a publicist at Interscope. And he was like, "I have a surprise for you." He flew me up to New York, and I get to this conference room, and there sits my A&R, who was like, "Oh, just sing a song." I walked in, sing a song. So I was like, "Oh, shit." And the first thing that came out was just Jagged Edge, because I just happened to have heard that song when we were on our way there. So.
Do you remember what song was that?
It was Gotta Be.
We got like maybe like 4 more minutes. Is it possible? Can we get a quick little acapella? Come on,
you gotta film it.
You gotta get some hard eyes from
I got
Shantae, man.
Okay.
Oh my God.
What you want me to sing, Shantae?
Jagged Edge. Let's do a Jagged Edge.
Okay. Gotta Be.
Gotta be.
Okay. I don't wanna make a scene. I really don't care if people stare at us. Sometimes I think I'm dreaming. Pinch myself just to see if I'm awake or not. Ooh, is it real what I feel? Could it be you and me till the end of time?
Insert hard eyes.
Oh my God! Listen,
insert hard eyes.
I believe you was the 5th member and they kicked you out because you wasn't a relative. You wasn't related.
I think Bravo had all that. I think Bravo was like, "I'm glad I wore my sunglasses today because my eyes are in a hot shape right now."
Yo, man, listen, man. I appreciate and I love people when they showcase their skills and they are actually as great or maybe even greater than what they say they are.
Oh, thanks.
You feel what I'm saying? And we
That's-
can literally say,
that's humbling right there.
we can literally say on this show, Dante was here.
Absolutely.
Yes. Dante
We can
was
literally
here.
say that.
Dante was here.
Yes, sir.
The real one.
You feel what I'm saying?
The birth one. The
original.
The birth one.
The birth.
And you know what they're all saying now. Show them acknowledgement while they're here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Graciously, seriously.
I appreciate you, bro.
You know what?
I appreciate you.
I think I want to start living with that, man, and start embracing and acknowledging while they're here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why Bravo started with acknowledging the hard work you put in
dope,
today.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Dante,
fabulous show. Thank you for wrapping up a fabulous show, man.
Thanks,
I'm not going to say
Glad
I had
to
the
be
hard
here.
eyes, but my ears had hard ears.
Yeah, the hard ears. We need hard ear emojis.
Because I'm a man. I'm not Bravo. I'm not Bravo.
Man,
He had the tears in his eyes.
A real man can talk. A real man can talk his talk and walk his walk.
Absolutely.
The R&B.
I'm gonna talk my talk, man.
We definitely thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you for
this
having
was
me.
a pleasure and
Yes.
a dope surprise.
Thank you.
Thank
you to Jack
you.
for bringing you
Yes.
through,
Let
man.
us know where we could get it.
Yeah, let them know.
Oh yeah,
let them know where
you
they
can get the
could,
single. It's everywhere. Spotify, YouTube Music, SoundCloud, Audio Mac, all those places. My website, www.DanteWuzhere.com. My social media is all Dante Was Here, all of it.
All of it. And before we step out, real quick, can you say it to the mic and look in the camera and say YouTube? I am giving these guys permission to use.
Yo, YouTube, on some real. They have my full permission. I wrote this song 7 years ago. It belongs to me.
There you go. We're going to play it. And we out of here, man.
We out of here. Thank y'all for having me, man. Absolutely.
Thank you, Jackie's Angels. Thank you, Melanie.
What now? It's all insane. Commander-in-chief for a whole for the fame. Oh, how the fuck can you say what's always been broken will be great again? But they claim that all that they do is in our Savior's name. I pray for their souls. Destructions are rising, no damage control. Heaven help us all. They're abusing the use of the system. Heaven help us all. What do we do if we lose all our children? Heaven help us all. They're misusing the ways of religion. Heaven help us all. They're misusing the use of the system. They say just call him when you're down. They say just call him, he'll turn it around. They say just call when you get on. Go on and Heaven help us all. They're abusing the use of the system. Heaven help us all. What do we do if we lose all our children?